Anti-retroviral treatment over the last decade. But ARV rollout has not always been a smooth process, with many people being denied treatment in the early phases of the nationwide rollout. Well, this insert, produced by Kyla Herrmannsen of Health E! News Service, looks at the history of ARV rollout in South Africa over the past 10 years. Take a look at that.
In 2001, Fikile Mtsweni tested positive for HIV. By 2006, her CD4 count had dropped to 37. A CD4 count is a measure of the immune system's strength, so with such a low count, her body was incredibly weak. In 2006, HIV treatment guidelines stipulated that patients with a CD4 count of 200 or lower should begin immediate anti-retroviral treatment. But Fikile was unable to begin the life-saving ARV treatment because there were no drugs available.
It was so difficult. I remember I used to cry a lot. I used to ask myself, am I going to wake up tomorrow? And every time, even when I'm coughing, ask myself that maybe it's time. With the fear of I might die. Because I'm still on waiting list. What if the day of me getting the treatment, I'm already gone? Because I saw my friends dying on waiting list.
That was the routine situation, year-long waiting lists, particularly in the rural areas. So Fikile had a CD4 count of 37. When somebody has a CD4 count of 37, the virus is out of control in her bloodstream and throughout her body. It's everywhere. It's in her brain, in her gut, in her bone. There's no diet, there is no prevention, there is no positive thinking, there's only antiretrovirals, because that virus is all over you. And what the drugs do is they come in, they switch the virus off. Within hours, there's already a detectable impact of the virus. And within 3 months, in most people, it's down to, you can't even see it in the bloodstream.
Fikile finally began taking ARVs in 2007, after a whole year of waiting for her name to appear at the top of the waiting list.
There were people lying on the floors dying of AIDS. It just was routine. You really were lucky to get onto ARVs. By 2008, probably 40 to 50% of people were getting onto ARVs. We're sitting probably around 70 and 80% now. The vast majority of clinics now, over 90% of them actually provide antiretrovirals. So access has just expanded dramatically.
Now a member of the Treatment Action Campaign, Fikile spends her days educating others about HIV and AIDS. She also produces regular health talk shows for her local community radio station, EKFM.
In terms of the community work that I'm doing, I am so passionate about it. Especially when I'm in a community radio station, people will call. They will usually talk about stigma and discrimination and the issue of denialism. I'll send the message to them that if you're HIV positive, it doesn't mean you're gonna die now. I started my ARVs in 2007. Up to today, I'm healthy as you see me. So to me, radio is very important. It's the good platform to educate. It's always in my mouth, wherever I'm talking, the issue of get tested and adhere very well to treatment.
Fikile runs weekly workshops at local clinics. Here, she educates HIV-positive patients who are about to initiate antiretroviral treatment, teaching them what ARVs do in the body, when best to take them, and why it is important to adhere to treatment.
Lots of community groups have shown that if you explain to people how their tablets work, how the drugs work, they'll take their tablets.
Our government decided
So we've gone from 2 tablets in the morning, 3 tablets at night, which was toxic, to a situation in 2014 where we have 1 tablet once a day. And that's been huge. It's been huge for the patients who have to swallow lots of tablets, now just have to swallow 1. As well as for the healthcare system that doesn't have to distribute 3 different kinds of tablets, it just gives you your tub of tablets which has the single tablet in it. One problem we have is it's not very forgiving. If you start forgetting your tablets, the virus gets resistance relatively rapidly. So if you miss even a dose a week, you're looking at the virus slowly coming back.
Fikile is living proof of the fruits of government changing its viewpoint on HIV and AIDS. Once close to the brink of death, ARVs have enabled her to live a full and meaningful life.
Gone are those days, as some of us, initiate with treatment, bedridden, ulele pants. It's rare currently. because now treatment, it's not a cure, but it treats. And now sikhona, we are living example emphakathini.
South Africa now boasts the largest ARV program in the world. Approximately 2.4 million people have received life-saving treatment over the last decade. But Dr. Venter warns that the fight against HIV is by no means over.
We're not going to have the end of AIDS in our generation or in our lifetime even. So governments and donors need to suck it up and actually start focusing on the fact that this is here for the long haul. We must do everything we can to focus on HIV prevention. We must start using evidence-based things to try and tackle it, but it's going to be a long haul. There's no quick fix solutions or magic bullets here.